Good to see everybody. Thanks so much for joining this morning for those who just got here. Okay, let's sit for just 2 minutes and then we'll come onto our backs. If you have a block and a strap or 2 blocks and a strap, that would be great today. If you don't worry about it. You can figure it out as you go along. It's not that big a deal. All right. Go ahead and find a comfortable and sustainable seat. And take just a moment to rock forward and back on your pelvis, just kind of finding that natural neutral point where the sit bones are resting down and heavy. Allow the natural curve in the low back to be just that, to be quite natural. And gently lift the heart, broaden the collarbones. And then as an antidote to all of the time we spend on devices and on phones, go ahead and move your head back, right? So your face will still look forward, the chin will come down just half of an inch. But as you move the head back, lift the base of the skull just 2 centimeters. Unstick the back of the neck. And allow your arms to hang, let the hands rest. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And open the mouth to let go. And take another deep breath in. And exhale to release. Allow this 2 minutes to be a time of just noticing whatever is very present for you. And if that's a lot of mental activity or angst, if it's pure contentment, take the time to notice that. From the inside out, begin to soften your throat. And feel how that widens the ears. And as you release the throat, feel all 4 sides of the neck soften. And let's feel that clear channel between head and heart. And we'll join our palms, bow the chin. Release your arms. Go ahead and transition onto your back as the usual for right now. And once you're on your back, lengthen your legs all the way out. Go ahead, let your arms just fall wherever they're going to, so don't fuss too much. And then we take a couple of minutes or a couple of moments anyway to just observe the body. Notice any difference between right and left. Notice any sensations that are already present for you. And then very, very simply, very easily, and we've done this several times, go ahead and reach your right fingertips towards your right foot. Just sliding the back of your hand along the floor. And go ahead and release that. Reach your left fingertips towards your left foot. Just inhaling there. And exhale as you release. And reach your right fingertips away. And let go. And reach your left fingertips away. And let go. And just one more time on each side. Right fingertips reaching away, sliding that shoulder blade away from the ear. And releasing. And sliding left fingertips away, reaching right shoulder blade away from that right ear. And releasing. Let your arms just be heavy, let them drop. And then very, very simply, so continuing with this, out of gravity, so do less work. Go ahead and rotate your head, just letting it roll to the right. And then exhale to center. And inhale as you roll your head to the left. And exhale to center. You can play with the breath. It might feel more natural to exhale as you turn your head. I really like inhaling into a very simple twist just because I find that it opens, creates a little more space. But it's worth experimenting with. So just rolling the head side to side. As you come back through the center, next time your head is looking to the right, go ahead and reach left fingertips away and inhale. Just combining movements now and exhale as you release. Letting head roll to the left, reaching right fingertips towards the right toes, and exhaling to release. Just continuing in that pattern, pausing anywhere you need to pause. Moving really slowly, really easily. Just finding those teeny tiny edges. And as you're ready to go ahead and drop back into Shavasana, just letting go of everything. Letting the head drop, letting the shoulders drop, the pelvis and the heels. And we'll go ahead and bend the knees. Bring the feet to the floor with the knees bent. Okay. And feet can be hip distance, if not a little bit wider, that's fine too. Just leave your arms down by your sides. And this is so, so simple. Normally we focus on the lower back with this, but for today, focus on the neck. As you inhale, curve the lower back, lift the navel towards the ceiling, and feel the back of the neck get longer. And then as you exhale, draw navel towards the spine, back towards the floor, and let the neck move into almost a fish-like pose. Inhale, navel towards the ceiling, let the back of the neck get longer. And then exhale, navel to spine, back to the floor. Extend the neck, lifting the chin. And inhale, navel to spine, or navel to ceiling. And exhale, navel to spine, lifting the chin. Good, inhaling. And exhaling. So we're starting to milk that cerebrospinal fluid all the way from the brainstem down through the sacrum, reconnecting that craniosacral connection really that can become so lost and fragmented in our consciousness. So just observing what's here right now in your small, very, very limited range movements. Are there any little clicks, little pops? Is there any rush of heat or cool? Any rush of vibration? You might notice any number of things. Just let the breath be as it is, but still moving on the breath, right? So there's a vinyasa quality to this. Step by step, breath by breath. Next time you're sort of passing through neutral, go ahead and pause. Reach your arms out to the side. And then bend the elbows, hands interlaced behind the head. And just moving through spinal undulation 1, right? So as you inhale, press the elbows down. Lift the belly to the ceiling, and then exhale, round the spine, elbows almost touch, rounding the upper back. Inhale, elbows move wide, navel towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbows move together. Letting the head be really heavy. So it's just the movement that's moving the head, giving you a little more space to work into the back of the neck. Nice. And just noticing the sensation of the body on the floor, the contact points as you move through this. Try to move slowly and smoothly as possible. And next time you come down, pause, elbows wide. Go ahead and bring the feet together, leaving the knees bent. We'll just add to this a little bit. So go ahead and take the knees wide, flop them out to the side, just Baddha Konasana through the legs. Good. We'll inhale again here, rocking navel to ceiling, rocking hip back. And as you exhale, knees move together, elbows move together around it. Inhale, knees wide, elbows wide, belly lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, knees towards each other, elbows towards each other. Inhale, open out wide, get really broad. Exhale, draw everything towards the midline. And a few more like this, experimenting for you. Drawing the knees down, drawing the elbows down. Exhale. And everything together. And inhaling again, everything moves wide. Exhale. And next time you lower down, go ahead and release the head, release the arms, lengthen the legs, pause in Shavasana. Just notice the architecture of the body and the architecture of the breath. Is there anywhere that you can release and relax a little bit more, giving your weight to gravity? Go ahead and reach the left arm out to the left, just so the hand is in line with the shoulder. And then rotate onto your left hip. And stack the legs. If it's more comfortable for you to have a block underneath your head, then that's fine. You can put that there. It really depends on your proportions. Okay, and then stack your hands on top of each other. Nice. And on your in-breath, we'll reach the right fingertips towards the ceiling. And exhale to reach all the way back, just fling open the body like a butterfly shrimp. Good. Take an in-breath here, reach right fingertips away. And then as you exhale, come all the way back. Nice, hands touch. Again, we'll inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, move into your twist. And then pause here, take an in-breath. You might even look to that right hand. And exhale, come all the way back. Nice, one more like this on the side. Inhale as you reach right arm up. Exhale, take it all the way over. And then pause, inhale, reach fingertips away from each other. And exhale all the way back, right palm meets the left. We'll go ahead and roll onto our backs. Reach your right arm to the side. And turn onto your right hip. Left hand joins your right hand. And on your in-breath, reach your left arm up. Exhale as you lean back, left arm pulling away. Good. Inhale, left arm reaches. And then exhale, go ahead and close. Inhaling, reach left arm up. So you're getting longer, fingertip to fingertip, hand to hand. Good. Pause, inhale. And then again, exhale as you rotate back. Left palm meets the right. One last time. Inhale, left arm reaches. And exhale. Good. On your in-breath, reach hands away. And exhale, go ahead and close all the way down. Rotate onto your back. And pause. Lengthen your legs, arms by your sides, just hanging out in Shavasana for a moment. Letting the effects of these really simple, smaller movements soak into the body. Go ahead and bend your knees, feet to the floor. Go ahead and keep your arms down by your sides. Good, and we'll root down through the feet, lift the hips just a little bit away from the floor. One of the things that supports decongestion of the neck is having a strong backside, right? So if you are unfamiliar with this, go ahead and find that space just at the bottom of the glutes, top of the hamstrings. Just touch it with your fingers so you know it's there, and then try to firm that spot. Okay? So release the arms down and inhale to lift the hips. Good. As you exhale, lower the hips down. It's just really simple, flowing in and out of bridge. Inhale, go ahead and lift the hips, just focusing on the glutes and hamstrings doing the movement. And exhale to lower. And inhale as you lift. And exhale to lower. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Adding on just a little bit as you inhale, lift the hips. Go ahead and reach the right arm across the body as though you're trying to touch the upper left corner of your mat. And pull. And then exhale everything back to the center. And again, inhale, lift the hips. Reach the left arm across the body, trying to reach past the upper right corner of your mat. And exhale, come back to center. Hips lower down. Good. Inhale, hips lift. Right arm reaches across the body. And exhale to lower. Good. Inhale, lift the hips. Left arm reaches across the body. And exhale to lower. Nice. One more time each side. Pressing through feet, lift the hips. Right arm reaches across the body. Try to get as long as you can. Press through the left arm and then exhale back. Good. Root through feet, lift the hips. Inhale. Left arm reaches, press down through the right arm. Try to get really long. And exhale as you lower. Nice. Go ahead and lower the hips. Pause for a moment. Nice. We'll reach the arms up. Take a hold of opposite elbows. And just with knees bent. Go ahead and take your elbows to the right. You might look to the left. And then exhale, come back to center. And again, moving on the inhale. Elbows move to the left. You might look a little to the right. And exhale to center. Inhaling. If you'd like, you can let your knees drop to the left as elbows move right. Exhale to center. Good. Elbows reach to the left. Knees drop to the right. And all the way back to center. So moving in this way, across the body's beautiful diagonal. Next time you're back to the center, release the arms, release the legs. Last time, pausing in Shavasana for a little bit. So noticing whatever's in your direct experience. Go ahead and bring your knees towards your chest. With knees in your chest, just give them a nice little hug in, a little rock side to side. We'll take the arms out to the side. If you have a block between your legs, or if you like that variation, feel free to do that. It can feel really supportive to have a block between your legs here. But if you don't, that's fine too. Arms reaching to the side. And then a nice neutral curve in the low back. Take an in-breath. Good. And as you exhale, we'll take the knees over to the left. Let them hover. And inhale as you come back to center. And exhale, take the knees over to the right. And inhale as you come back to center. So churning the ocean of milk, right? But really churning your belly. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the right. Again, moving really slowly, right? You don't need to go quickly. You need a little bit more length in your bottom leg only, keeping the top knee bent. And come back to center. And then maybe switching which leg is long. Dropping knees. All the way back to center. Good. One more time, each side here. Come back to the center, hug knees towards your chest. Hands behind your legs, and a few times rocking forward and back. And just kind of moving the energy up the spine. As you're ready, go ahead, transition to hands and knees, however that works best for you. If you have a blanket or a towel on your mat, take a moment to just remove that. If you don't, great, you're already set up. And from hands and knees, walk the hands a little forward, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, pause and hover. And scoop the navel up, reach the hips back. And come into this bent knee, downward facing dog. And to start with, prioritize sending the heels back. Feel the sides of the waist get longer. And you might slowly start to lengthen the right leg, feeling the right thigh reach up and back. And really deeply bend the right knee, just lengthen the left leg. And left thigh pulling up and back. Nice, rebend the left knee. And again, reach right heel down and back, so really working into that Achilles, which is super connected to neck. And then bend the right knee. Good, re-lengthen the left leg. And bend the left knee. Good, re-lengthen your arms. Spread your fingers, press down through all 10 of those finger pads. And then both thighs reach up and back. Good, take an in-breath here. Open mouth, exhale. And then we'll begin. Step your right foot forward between your hands, left knee to the floor. And untuck the back toes, come up to a low lunge. Good, inhale as you sweep that left arm high. And reach your right arm up, find the left forearm. And on your exhalation, take a little side bend over to the right. And we'll inhale, come all the way back to center. Exhale as you bring fingertips to floor. And walk the hands back, lengthen the left leg, and try to draw your right toes back behind you. If you find it helpful, left hand to the ball of the right foot, pull back. And exhale as you release. Okay, from here, as your knee comes forward again, pull your right foot back. Send your knee past your toes and see that there's a little gap, or feel that there's a little gap between your heel and your mat. Hands can walk forward if that works comfortable for you. And just take another breath. If you need a little more weight, right hand can come back and cup the heel, drawing that heel down towards the floor. And we'll release the hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes. Go ahead and step all the way back, downward facing dog. Step left foot forward between your hands. Right knee to the floor. Untuck the back toes and come up to a low lunge. And inhale as the right arm reaches up. Reach the left hand up, find the right forearm. And on your exhalation, a little side bend to the left. Good. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, hands to the floor. Walk the fingertips back. Draw the left toes back towards your left knee as you lengthen the leg. And then right hand to the left toes or the ball of the left foot if you like, pulling back. Nice. Try to lengthen chest forward. And then as you exhale, hands walk forward, left foot to the floor. Go ahead and draw your left foot back about a foot's length. Walk the fingertips forward. And then with the left hand, if it feels good for you, go ahead and cup that heel. Draw the heel down. And just a little more space to the back of that leg. We'll release the hands, palms to the floor, tuck the back toes, step all the way back to downward facing dog. And as you inhale, go ahead and reach right leg up and back. Okay, with the right leg lifted, come high on the ball of your left foot. Look at your right toes, see that they're pointed down, and then pull that heel a little bit higher so you start to feel the back of the right leg turn on. Okay, re-lengthen your arms. Draw down and back to the left heel now. So that whole stretch to the back of the left leg. Lift your right heel a little higher. Good. Exhale. Step the right foot forward. Keep the left knee high. Both hands up to the right knee. Good. And bend your back leg a little bit. And then, you know, I like to get a little bit handsy sometimes with myself. So with your left hand, go ahead and find that glute. Good, and see if you can firm it and turn it on just a little bit, right? So if that means, like my friend Andrea does, she likes to kind of poke or like punch herself a little bit to turn her body on, so do that. And as you feel that turn on, re-straighten the left leg. Inhale, reach both arms up. Get really long. Good. And then exhale. We'll bring fingertips to the floor or blocks or hands to your hips. So anything is fine. Hands to your shin also works. Okay, from here, inhale, slowly, slowly lengthen your right leg. Feel your right glute turn on. And then exhale as you bend the knee. Okay, inhale, lengthen the right leg, press into the heel. Exhale as you bend the knee. And one more time, inhale, right leg lengthens. Exhale, bend the knee. Good, palms to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Again, we'll inhale and reach the left leg up and back. Look at the toes, see them point down. Come high on the ball of the right foot. Lift your left heel a little bit higher. Okay, so left leg reaching super long, left heel lifting. Draw down and back to the right heel. Okay, re-lengthen your arms, reach the left heel just a little higher, inhale. And then exhale, step your left foot forward. Right knee stays high, inhale as you come up to a high lunge. And then again, just see if you can bring a little awareness to this area that might be a little turned off right now. So either poking or grabbing or little light punches. Just starting to turn on the glutes. Okay. Re-lengthen your right leg when you've got that. Inhale, reach your arms, inhale. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Try to keep your right hip engaged. Press through your left heel. Inhale, lengthen your left leg. Exhale as you bend the knee. Good. Hands can also be to hips or shin. Inhale, lengthen your right leg. Exhale as you bend the knee. And last time, inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale to bend the knee. Hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, come forward to a plank pose. Nice. Pausing and plank. See if you can firm the thighs up. See if you can allow your glutes to also work, right? So they're still working that space at the base of the glute, top of the hamstring. And then find a little less congestion through the heart, through the throat, through the base of the skull. Lengthen the chest forward, lengthen the crown forward, inhale. Good. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Okay, bring your hands underneath your head, elbows bent. Okay. And from here, we'll lift the right elbow up, lift the left leg up. Exhale to lower. Lift the left elbow up, lift the right leg up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, right elbow, left leg. Exhale. Inhale, left elbow, right leg. Exhale. Good, two more, inhale. Right elbow, left leg. Exhale. Left elbow, right leg. Exhale. Good, hands walk back. Wrists under the elbows, tuck the toes. On your in-breath, thighs lift. Reach the chest forward. Exhale, press all the way up to hands and knees or plank. Downward facing dog as you're ready. Good, take an in-breath here. Open the mouth, exhale. Good, and then one way or another, feet to hands, you can walk, step, or you can float. Pause in a forward fold. Just give your shoulders a little roll. And once again, here in your forward fold, find that space between first and second toe. Just slide back about a half inch or an inch. Okay? Find a meaty little dent and give a little rub, a little press. Undo that, release your hands. And then cross your left shin in front of your right. Bend your left knee, let your outer right hip Swing out to the right. Just working to the outer hip a little bit. And then go ahead and unwind. Left foot back to its place. Cross the right leg over the left. Bend your right knee. Let the outer left hip swing out to the left. And we'll unwind the legs. Root down through the feet. And inhale, come all the way up to stand, reaching the arms high. Lifting through the chest. Exhale as you release arms by your side, Samasthiti. Okay, so from here on your in-breath, reach the arms, lift the chest, look back. Exhale as you fold forward to Uttanasana. Fingertips to shins, inhale and lift halfway. And exhale, step all the way back to plank. Nice, pause and plank, inhale. Exhale, lower to the floor. Knees down, knees up, knees, chest and chin, whatever your preference is. On your in-breath, find a little cobra, toes untucked, chest reaching forward, elbows back. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Good, inhale here, root through hands. As you exhale, release the center of the neck, let the ears drop. Inhale, send the thighs back. Then exhale, reach the heels down and back. On your in-breath, come high on your toes. Bend your knees, then either walk, step, or hop forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, fingertips to shins, lift halfway. Exhale as you fold. Good. Root down through the feet. Use your backside to inhale, reach up, lift the chest. Exhale, Samasthiti. Again, inhale as you reach up, lift the chest. Exhale to forward fold. Fingertips to shins. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step all the way to plank. Good. Pause and plank, inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga or to the floor. Super slow. Inhale to your back bend. And then exhale to downward facing dog. And pause and down dog, inhale. Exhale, soften the eyes, soften the jaw. And again, inhale. Exhale fully. Nice, inhale, high on the toes. As you exhale, feet to hands, one way or another. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise up, root through the heels, lift the chest. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Go ahead and bring hands to your hips. Take a big step to one side. Doesn't really matter which way you go. Okay. And from here, feet nice and wide. Okay. Hands to your hips. Inhale. Exhale as you fold forward. Super nice. Go ahead and release hands to the floor. We'll walk the arms forward. So it's almost like a super wide leg downward facing dog. So as the thighs reach back, hips stay back, keep walking hands forward. And we'll leave the right hand where it is. Go ahead and reach the left arm underneath the body. Find the front of the right shin. Okay, and then pull with that left hand. Turn and open the chest to the right. You might even look underneath the right arm. And we'll inhale and come all the way back. Reach the left arm out, pull the fingertips forward, send the thighs back, and then leave left hand where it is. Reach the right arm underneath. Find the front of the shin, turn and twist. Maybe looking under the left arm. Good. You might move your head around a little. And then exhale as you release. And then you swap the hands back. Hands to your hips, root through the feet. Inhale as you rise all the way up to stand. Turn your right toes forward, left toes in. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side. And then exhale, bend the knee. Good. So right thigh coming parallel towards the floor, right? We're looking for vigor and life in practice, even though we're moving slowly with a lot of awareness. Go ahead and bring left elbow underneath the right. Join the palms. Join the hands if you can. We'll lift the elbows up and press the hands away. Breathe into that upper back. Feel your feet work. And again, still rooting through that right heel. On your in-breath, lengthen your leg. Let it happen slowly. Let the glute do the work. Exhale as you bend the knee. Good. Again, root through the heel. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale to bend. Nice. One more time for the grand finale. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend, release your arms. Nice. Take one in breath here. And turn your left palm, bend the elbow, bring the arm behind your back. If you can, find the top of the thigh. If not, just place in the back of your pants. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Good. And then focus on the twist happening from the belly. Turn and rotate open. Lean back. Nice. If this is comfortable, stay here. If you are ready to move a little bit deeper, bring the fingertips to the floor or to a block. Don't worry, we'll make our way to the full bind for now. Let it be right where it is. Okay, and then instead of turning up with the head, look down. Try to shrug that left shoulder away. You might even tuck your chin towards that right shoulder. Take another breath just like this. And exhale, both hands to the floor. Good. Step all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale to come forward to a plank. And exhale, lower chaturanga or floor. Inhale as you come to a back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. One in breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Nice. Then inhale to come high on the toes. Bend the knees on your exhalation, feet to hands, one way or another. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root through the heels, rise up with the chest. Exhale, Samastiti. Nice. Again, take a big wide step. Okay, turn your left toes out. Right toes turn in. On your in-breath, sweep the arms wide. Bend the knee. Okay. And just see that your knee can be right above the ankle. Okay, so pausing here, Vira 2. And as you exhale, right elbow underneath the left. Join elbows and palms. And lift the elbows up, press the forearms and hands away. Okay. Breathing into the upper back, and then root down through your left heel. Inhale as you lengthen that leg. Exhale to bend the knee. Nice. Again, inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. And last time, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bend, release the arms. Good. Pause and Vira 2. Nice. Can you feel right hip working? Turn your right palm, bend the elbow, bring your arm behind the back. And as you exhale, elbow to knee. Good. And with just a little more space here, right? Even for those of you who come into binds really regularly, keep a little more space. Let this rotation come from the belly. And then instead of looking up, or maybe after you've looked up, look down. Try to draw the chin towards that left elbow or towards that left shoulder. And take one more breath like this. On your exhalation, hands to the floor. Step all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale as you come forward to a plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga or floor. Inhale to a back bend. Exhale to downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Nice. On your in-breath, come high on the toes. Bend your knees one way or another, feet to hands. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale as you fold. Root through the feet. Inhale, reach up, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, hands to heart, samastitihi. Nice. Turn to face the side of your mat. Okay. Bring feet together. Go ahead. Continue to have hands to your heart. We'll bend the knees. So as the knees bend, send the hips back more, right? You have a more center, a more compact center of gravity. So allow this to be as it is. Send your hips back. So shins moving back over the heels as much as you can. Right? And then you might reach back, you might check those glutes turned on or those hamstrings turned on. Keep them there, inhale. And as you exhale, left elbow outside of the right knee. Nice, turn, open, twist. Good, if you like, you might open your arms at this point, inhale. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Good, fingertips to shins, inhale, lengthen the spine, just find neutral. Exhale to fold. Okay, bend the knees, sit the hips low. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms reach this time. Send the hips back. Very nice, palms to heart. And then right elbow outside of the left knee. Turn, twist. Good, so as the heels take the weight, feel the glutes turn on. Fingertips to the floor. Left arm reaches high if you like. One last in-breath like this. Exhale, fold all the way down. Good, fingertips to shins, inhale. Exhale to fold. Nice, root through the feet, inhale, rise all the way up, lift the chest. Exhale to samastitihi. Nice, back to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise up, lift the chest, look up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale as you lift halfway and lengthen. And exhale, step all the way back, down dog, or vinyasa if that's your practice. Child's pose if you like child's pose. Nice. We'll inhale here, reach the right leg up and back. Nice, again, pull high onto the ball of the left foot, reach your right heel just a little higher. And then re-drop down through the left heel. Then re-lengthen the arms, right heel a little higher. It should be hard. Then exhale, knee into the chest, shift forward, round the back. Inhale, rise all the way up and re-lengthen the right leg. Exhale, step right foot forward. Turn the left heel to the floor. Good, and this time, bring that right arm just right inside of the right leg. So if you need a block, grab a block. Reach your left arm up. Good. And then find yourself in Utthita Parshvanasana. So as the right knee comes down, right over that right ankle, send your left thigh back. Then you have this little advantage of leverage, being able to press the arm into the leg to open the chest. Turn the left palm, bend the elbow, bring the arm behind your back. Maybe you pause here, or maybe you reach your right arm underneath. Make your way into a full bind. Nice, go ahead and look to the floor. And then slowly, inhale, lengthen your right leg. And exhale, bend the knee. And again, inhale, lengthen the leg, left shoulder blade away from the ear. Exhale to bend the knee. And then last time, inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Release the hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Good, nice big hip opener there. Go ahead and pedal the feet, sway the hips, whatever it is. Let down dog be like your shavasana. Right? So even though it requires more effort, allow this to be the place of observation. On your in-breath, again, we'll reach the left leg up and back. Good, toes pointed down, come high on the ball of the right foot. Re-reach the left leg really high. Re-lengthen the arms and then drop down and back to the right heel. Good, lift your left heel a little higher. Exhale as you bend the knee, hug it towards the chest, round the back, shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, sweep all the way up and back. Exhale, step left foot forward between the hands. Right heel to the floor, and then left arm inside of the left leg. Okay? Good. From here, reach your right arm straight up towards the ceiling. And use the leverage of the left arm pressing against that left leg to open the chest even more. And turn the right palm, bend the elbow, bring the arm behind your back. If this is where you stay, this is a great place. Your hand might be really high up, that's fine. Or bend the left elbow, reach back, find the hand, find the wrist, whatever is accessible for you. Slowly, slowly look to the floor, lengthen your left leg, inhale. And then exhale, bend the knee. And again, inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale as you bend the knee. Last time, inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale as you bend the knee. And release your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. So letting yourself be right here, point zero. And go ahead and bring your right knee behind your right wrist, right ankle behind your left. If you have a strap, this is a handy place to use your strap. And if you're doing that, go ahead and just undo it, wrap it around the foot. Okay, the tail can reach off to the side. Untuck the back toes. If you like props under your right hip, do that. And then as you exhale, simply come forward to your forearms. If you're on your back for that variation, that's great. Be on your back, ankle to knee. Nice, just pausing here, maybe even gently swaying side to side. Now, if you're still on your forearms, stay here. If you are laid out, then come back to your forearms, perching the elbows under the shoulders. We'll reach the right arm to the side, turn the palm, bend the elbow, and bring that arm behind your back. And then you can use a strap here, right? If you can find your big toe, then find your big toe, that's fine too. We'll crawl the left fingertips forward. And as you exhale, fold all the way down. Forehead to the floor or forehead to block, just somewhere where it can be supported and the little bones of the neck have some support so the muscles don't have to work. We'll go ahead and release the right hand. Bring a hand to the floor, walk your hands back. Undo yourself from your strap if you have that. Then tuck the back toes. Step all the way back to downward facing dog. Nice. Again, pedaling the feet, moving around. If you're a vinyasa person, then maybe a vinyasa here. And just keeping it really simple. Left knee comes behind the left wrist, left ankle behind the right. Then go ahead and take the strap. If you're using a strap, place it around the foot and then off to the side so you can find that easily. Okay. And then forearms to the floor. A gentle rock, a gentle sway side to side. Just letting the body sort of mellow. And as it mellows, find a little more space. Go ahead and load your right arm onto the floor. Reach left arm to the side. Turn the palms so the thumb points back. Bend your elbow, bring the arm behind your back. And then find either the tail of that strap or find your big toe or the top of your foot. We'll walk the hands forward. Melt down. And supporting the head. So if you have a block under your head, that can be really supportive, really helpful. As you exhale, go ahead and release your left arm. Make your way back up onto your hands. Strap to the side, tuck the toes, step back, downward facing dog. We'll inhale and come forward to plank. As you exhale, one way or another, lower to the floor. And then untuck your toes, bring your arms back, turn the palms down. And it's just so important to do this, right? We focus on range so much, focus on strength of the neck. Look to the floor, try to move your nose as far away from the floor as you can. And then lift the legs. If you can, big toes touch. And then if you can, reach the arms up. This should be a hard pose. Shalabhasana is by no means easy. And take another breath. And then exhale as you release. And turn your head to one side. Pause, breathe, be. And head back to the center. Again, we'll start to lift the head away from the floor. Lift the legs. You can, big toe mounds touch, and then reach the arms up, thumbs up to the side, ring fingers pulling back, inhale. Nice pause. See if you can get a little longer, heart forward, toes back. Exhale as you release. Turn your head, flip the arms, pause. And then place your palms, tuck the toes, lift the thighs, inhale. As you exhale, hands and knees or plank, downward facing dog. Nice. Step right foot between your hands. Keep the left knee high. Inhale, come up to a high lunge. Good. Okay. From here, I'd like you to lengthen your right leg. Turn and ground your left foot. And then sweep the arms to the side. Turn the palms, bend the elbows, bring the arms behind your back. And then either knuckles touching, forearms touching, or reverse namaste, if that's possible for you. Inhale to lift tall, spread the elbows in any case. Exhale, fold. Nice. So the left thigh is the thing that's kind of anchoring you down. As the feet press, the left thigh draws back. And as the left thigh pulls back, lengthen the chest forward, send the elbows up. Soften the neck. If it feels supportive for you, go ahead and curl your chin towards your chest. And we'll root to the feet. Inhale to rise up. Good. Turn on the ball of the back foot. And then if you can keep your arms here, keep your arms here. Bend your right knee. Bend it, bend it, bend it, bend it, bend it. Bring your left knee to the floor. Good. We'll release the arms. Inhale to sweep up. Hands to your heart. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Take it really deep. You can even use your right hand to help you move your knee towards the midline. Okay, press the palms together. Turn and twist. And then imagine you're in a little bit of a back bend here. So move the face back, move the heart forward, okay? Tuck the back toes, lift your left knee up. And then if you'd like, open the arms. If it feels good and supportive, right arm behind, left arm underneath, okay? Starting to turn and twist into a bind this way. And one more big breath. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Loosen it up a little bit. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Inhale to a back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step left foot forward. Right. Inhale as you come up to a high lunge. Okay. Turn and ground your right foot and lengthen your left leg. Arms to the side, turn the palms. Bend the elbows, arms behind your back. Okay. And then inhale to lift the chest. Exhale as you fold forward. So if you feel a little off center, you might take a wider step. You might take a little shorter step. Lots of different ways you can play with this. Lift the elbows up. Lengthen the spine forward. And then from here, from that stable base, maybe chin towards your chest. And root through your feet. Inhale to rise up. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Okay, and then slowly, slowly, using your stabilizing muscles, bend your left knee, right knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep both arms up. And exhale, right elbow outside of the left knee. Okay, so if you like, use your left hand to help you get a nice deep hook. Palms to heart. Okay, turn, twist, open the chest, open the upper back. And then if it feels good to you, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Okay, lean back a little bit like a back bend, arms reach. And then if you like, left arm behind, right arm underneath, making your way towards this version of a bind. Okay. So wherever your edge is in this, right, whether there's just hands to your heart or in a full bind or somewhere between, notice if you're slumping forward, and if so, heart forward, head back. And when it's hard to breathe, which admittedly it's hard to breathe here, soften a little bit. Okay, as you exhale, release your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Bring the knees down, take them wide, settle the hips back, come to child's pose. Come on up to hands and knees. Okay. Bring forearms to the floor. elbows under the shoulders. There's so many different things you could do from here, right? We're just going to focus on giving a little space to the neck and the shoulders. You can do whatever you'd like to do. So with palms on the floor or hands together, both are fine. Tuck your toes. Lift the knees up and back. Make your way to a dolphin pose. And then imagine that the fingertips could grow longer. And as the fingertips grow longer, the hips and the shoulders grow longer away from them. Right? Knees might be bent here. Knees might be straight. All are fine. Give your head a little shake, yes or no. And then we'll bring knees down. And settle the hips back. Sweep the arms back by your side and just turn the palms up. Feel that roundness of the upper back. Slowly, 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 we'll roll all the way up to sit. Come onto your seats, and you may like a blanket underneath your hips if that feels good to you. And if not, that's totally fine too. Go ahead and lengthen your legs out. Okay. And from here, we'll bend the left knee, turn the leg out from the hip, foot to inner thigh. Lift up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Okay, and if it's in your practice, if you like, or if your proportions work for it, go ahead and bring your left hand in front of the foot, right wrist, hold on to that. You can bring forefinger and thumb together. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale as you fold. This is nice, big, long stretch for the back of the body. On your in-breath, go ahead and look up. And then exhale as you come out. Lengthen your left leg, bend your right knee. Foot to inner thigh. Pausing here, inhale, you can reach the arms, and exhale forward for Janu Shirshasana. Okay? And then if it feels appropriate to you, go ahead and find the wrist with your hand. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale as you fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to unwind. Okay. Lengthen both legs forward. Right? They don't have to be any wider than 90 degrees, certainly. And maybe even a little shallower is even nicer. Bring your fingertips behind and lift up tall, really tall. And try to find the natural curvature of your low back. Let the chest lift, let the head move back. And from here, we'll bend the knees a little bit. Okay? Start to lean forward. There are going to be so many different stages of this, right, represented. So as you lean forward, you might stay here, you might bring your hands forward. And then for some of you guys, we're working with such a range of people, you might start to crawl your hands underneath, okay? If you have any SI or low back stuff, stay here or even higher. Okay, if it's possible for you, you can start to straighten your legs out, pressing your heels away, starting to reach the chest forward. You can start to bind your hands. Laura's giving me the look to stop. It's good to have somebody to regulate you when your own ego gets in the way. Good. This is called Supta Karmasana, right? The tortoise. And then gently, gently, if your arms are bound, go ahead and undo them. Walk your hands back. We'll bring the feet together, let the knees fall apart, lift up tall. And then exhale, just really simple forward fold. Again, if you have any low back stuff, just be a little aware, right? So you might walk the hands forward, you might keep your hands back, you might stay really lifted, you might be totally folded forward. Possibly the most difficult thing to learn in this kind of internal arts practice is going where it's appropriate for the day. Okay? Going where it's appropriate for right now. And that might be more or less. You inhale, we'll lift up. And then exhale to unwind. Three options, as always. Sukhasana, right shin in front of the left. Gomukhasana, right knee on top of the left. Or Agni Stambhasana. And they just hit different parts of the head. And everybody just needs a little something different. So do what's appropriate for you today. Okay. Inhale. And then as you exhale, again, fold forward. Hands could walk forward. You might just relax your arms by your sides. You could do any number of things. Maybe support the head, support the neck. Go ahead and lift up. Unwind, opposite crossing of the legs. So Sukhasana, left shin in front. Gomukhasana, knee on top. Or Agni Stambhasana, ankle on top of the knee. Right? Both feet flexed in any case. Inhale. And then exhale as you fold. And anything that's supportive for you right now in this forward fold, that might be a block on your forehead. You might be in full lotus pose. That's totally fine as well. And in the next breath or two, go ahead and lift up, unwind. All right. Find a comfortable seat, arms by your sides. And then just one final thing, lift up tall through the chest, draw the heads and shoulders back, and then try to stick your face forward. We'll just look, try to rotate head, just like a little turtle, right? And then back to center. It's all coming back to the turtle today. And back to center. And come all the way back. Lift up tall, give your shoulders a little roll. Okay, so sustainable seat that's comfortable for you. And then a practice of Nadi Shodhana. If you're familiar with this, then you can go ahead and begin. If you're not, then we'll bring one of your hands up, whichever one you're comfortable with is fine. Okay. Bring a hand up and you'll place your thumb on one nostril. And then I really like to use the middle finger. I like to curl the index finger in. There's several ways to do this. Nothing is going to matter that much, okay? So thumb on the nostril, take an in breath. And then close that nostril and exhale. And we'll inhale through the same nostril. And then close that nostril, exhale through the first. Okay, close your eyes, inhale. Close that nostril with your thumb, exhale. And again, inhale, same side. Close the nostril, exhale. So we'll practice this for about 3 or 4 minutes. If you get a little lost, if your mind gets distracted, just begin again. Let yourself try less. Let the breath be the length that the breath is. Let the throat relax, let the jaw relax. You might find your pace slows naturally. And next time you exhale through your left side, let that arm fall and just breathe naturally. If you'd like to stay here for the last few minutes, feel free to stay here. If you're ready to spread out in Shavasana, then come to lie on your back. Lengthen your legs. Bring your arms down by your sides. You might just wobble your head side to side lightly. And then let yourself relax, let yourself release. Any sighs, any deep breaths. Let any natural thing happen. Allow your awareness to inhabit your body once again. Noticing the elements, the tingling, the vibration, the weight, the fluidity. And allow your awareness to move outward a bit, noticing any sounds or smells. And the sensation of environment touching your skin, heat or cool. And gently invite your breath to deepen. Wiggle fingers and toes. Lick your lips or swallow to clear your throat. And gently transition to one side, pausing there. And leaving your neck relaxed and your head heavy, use hands and arms to come all the way up to seated. And once you're there, we'll join the palms, bow the chin, take a moment of acknowledgement and gratitude for our practice, thankfulness for our practice, for our time, for our energy and effort. And may we walk a path of wakefulness. Namaste, everybody. Thank you, everybody. So nice to see you. Hold up. I always get, my meditation teacher does this, and I get so annoyed because he's like, oh, and then he personally says hi to everybody, but I think it's really, it's actually kind of nice. Abby, super nice to see you. Miss Carrie, hello. Maria, Maddie, you snuck in here. Super nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really nice to see you. Just so you are aware of what's coming up, so Wednesday and Saturday are going to be our last classes, kind of like this, where they're just sort of like thrown out to the world. I mean, everything's still going to be widely available, and I'm super happy for you guys to share this with family or friends or anybody you think is interested. But I am really interested in developing some stuff that is able to move a little bit deeper into some philosophy or mindfulness, or even just in a practice sense. And so I think the way to do that is to treat it like a course and to kind of go through in a sequential manner. And there's just so much available. There's so many great local teachers who are offering daily classes. So, if you are still interested in doing that, I really suggest that you reach out to them. Rob is one of those great local teachers who's doing it. I'm sure he can provide the information to get on his schedule if you're not already. But yeah, so the first few that I am considering, I'm kind of working on putting together, one is a sort of maybe not introduction to meditation, but maybe like let's come back to our meditation practice or strengthen our meditation practice. And if you are totally new to it, then you'd be welcome to join as well. Meditation is very much a show up where you are and take what you can at any moment. I revisit stuff that I was practicing, years ago, and I still get new things out of it. It's just like doing triangle pose for the millionth time. You always learn something new. and an introduction class. So for anybody who is new to movement or movement in this way, then I'd really like to be able to offer that and just get some foundations down. I know many of you guys have done a similar course. I'm switching it up a bit because I'm not solely focused on yoga movements so much anymore. And I pull from a lot of different disciplines. And then the other one is an anatomy of the subtle body course, which I'm super excited about. And that one will be a little bit longer and probably a little bit more comprehensive. So including meditation practices, including pranayama, including all kinds of stuff. And I am really interested in making these classes super accessible time-wise. So keeping them an hour or under, or even 45 minutes and under, 30 minutes and under, if we're having multiple sessions a week. And yeah, so anyway, that's kind of what I've been thinking of. I am so happy you guys are really, the group who I have been with for the longest time. And I'm so happy to hear what you're interested in or what would work really well for you, what's helpful for you in your practice, and develop content that speaks to that, right? So it's a symbiotic relationship. I want to do stuff that I'm interested in teaching, and I also want to be able to serve you. It's just how the learning process works. It's how courses work. So anyway, any feedback you have, please reach out to me. You guys have my email, and if you want my phone number, you can have my phone number too. But it's cool.
So do we need to re-register for this series since you said you wanted to keep it small?
Yeah, I'm going to have people register for it, just so it's more, and so it's kind of, there's a little bit more like accountability, almost like, you've decided to do this thing. So right. If it's 4 sessions, you're planning to show up for all 4 sessions. Stuff happens, and sometimes life gets in the way, and that's fine. But yeah, I am going to have people register. I'm not exactly sure how I'm organizing all of this yet, but
okay, just curious.
Yeah, that's the plan.
You think it'd be a good fit for moi?
Hey, Rob, everything's a good fit for you. Am I a good fit for you? You're a good fit for me.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, babe.
I just saw an email that it's World Turtle Day.
It's World Turtle Day. I knew I was feeling the turtle.
So you're like telepathic or something.
That turtle was all over me today. I was like, what am I feeling? I was like, something with Karmasana. Like, I don't know. That's awesome. Thanks, Maddie. I love it. It's so funny. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really figuring this out. Like, this is the weirdest way to teach to me, but I also really love that I can still see you guys. Like, obviously Carrie's here on the East Coast. We're going to see her next weekend, but the hardest thing about leaving Walla Walla and leaving the studio was just not being able to see you guys as often. And even like Maddie, who would come back every so often to Walla Walla so we could eat breakfast at Bacon and Eggs together, or like Abby, who would drop in every so often. It's like, I just don't get those opportunities. So in that way, this is really nice, and I'm really happy to have it.
Yes,
cool.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. We'll incorporate tea time into our little courses as well. Have a little brew. All right, guys. If you don't have any questions now or any comments, I'll let you get on with your day.
Alrighty. Bye.
Happy Turtle Day.
Happy Turtle Day.
All right. See ya.